And welcome to the girls. We are so excited today because you can see us in all of our sparkly outfits. And sitting to the right of me are two of our faves. We have Dave and Dylan over here.
Hi, guys.
Now, if you don't know who Dave and Dylan are, I think you live under a rock because Dave and Dylan are the TikTok stars, sensations of Raising Dylan, and they post every day, and they are just two of our best friends.
Yes.
Yeah, we love these guys.
But we wanted to have you guys back on because you're so much fun, and there's a reason why we have our Dunkin' out here.
Yeah.
Because
The Dunkin' Donuts Company.
Before the show, I texted Dave and I said, hey, I think we should get Dylan really good. And I said, why don't you go to Dunkin' and get me a coffee and see like what Dylan does if he'll get a Starbucks there. So what happened?
So we did go to the Dunkin' Company. He was driving, so I said we have to stop at Dunkin' Donuts. And he's usually a Star. You know, everybody knows he goes to Starbucks. He has an aversion to Dunkin' because he loves his Starbucks.
Look what happened.
But he did it. And we got the drink that you wanted. Of course, I got some kind of fancy convoluted drink here. But at Dunkin', you don't have to worry about saying the language, you know, venti and this and that.
Right.
And you can just get yourself a cup of coffee. But anyway, we just about left the Dunkin' Company. And Dylan was driving, and of course, he spilled it all over
Was
his
he
shirt.
mad, though? Was he mad?
He was so angry. He was so angry that we were at the Dunkin' and not the Starbucks.
Wardrobe
Go ahead,
malfunction.
laugh, Dylan, but you were.
Wardrobe
He was, and then he spilled it all over his white Tommy Hilfiger shirt that he was wearing for the taping.
R.I.P.
So that was a three-ring circus. That's why we ran a little bit late. Of course, then he made a big U-turn in the middle of the highway. The other coffees went spilling on my leg. We had to run over to the TJ Maxx company and the Boscovs and hurry up and get a new wardrobe.
And I ended up wearing one of Janine's son's shirts.
Sorry, Mason had a tag on
Yes,
it.
Mason,
you were good.
thank you.
But Dylan, you look friggin' gorgeous in
I know.
anything you pick.
Thank you.
I love this shirt on you
too.
tonight.
And
Honest
you
to
guys
God.
match and we match.
Yes.
So we're the
It's
glitter
pretty
girls,
cool.
you're the blue
We're here
boys.
for it.
It's pretty cool.
I love you in the red lip.
Love.
You guys look gorgeous
Yeah.
tonight.
So I'm
honest to
sorry, it
God.
didn't happen how I imagined it
No,
to
but
happen.
it still happened.
But we have video, I'm hoping, of some of that for TikTok because
You see what you caused. I mean, poor Dave's over here going to
I had an
Dunkin'
aneurysm
Donuts.
pulling in Dunkin'
There's no
Donuts.
doubt. This is the story of our life. It's just a daily routine, Janine. No matter what we're doing, there's a three-ring circus going on. It's a bunch of bullshit. Morning, noon, and night, when I'm with Dylan, there's always some kind of crazy thing going on that people would not believe unless they were there,
Well, they
unless they
believe
were
it,
here
honey.
to
They
see.
watch it
So that's
daily.
what it is. They get to watch this baloney every
Baloney.
day. He has a closet. There must be 20 outfits in the closet. Why can't you pick something
20?
that you already? Maybe there's even more. With the tags on, Dylan,
Oh.
it's brand new. You don't have to go over to the
Dave's
Max
gonna
company
need
every
blood
time.
pressure
Well, no,
medications.
because you started stirring me up with it at the time. And I said he has a closet full of stuff.
Well, he
And
has to have stuff
I
in there
have to
just
have
in
stuff.
case.
and
It's
I
the
know,
just in
but
case.
I told Janine, I'm happy with a concert T-shirt and a pair of
concert
dungarees.
t-shirt?
She didn't even know what dungarees
what
were.
are
dungarees?
Well, you know what I'm getting at.
No, we
And-
don't.
No, don't, Dylan. Go ahead, laugh. I'm not kidding you. But I thought.
Do you have
well,
your,
I'll dress up
do
and
you have
I'll
your
put a nice-
goggles with you?
In my bag.
They're over there. He carries them in his
and your
butt.
machine.
But
Your
well, don't
machine.
even get me started on that.
The box.
But anyway, we had, you know, and I decided I'll put he calls this a blazer. This is a sport coat to my
All right,
people.
wrap
but,
up this story.
but anyway, we wanted to match a little bit. He picks my outfits out and I wear what I'm told. and that's no bullshit. No, and he does a nice job. He's like a fashionista, fashion something. But I wear what I'm told, and he always has a nice selection for me.
Thank you.
So what have you guys been up to? Tell
have
us
we
about
been up
your,
to? We've been up to a lot.
yeah, tell us about your new sponsorships.
So we are currently being sponsored by Skinny Syrups.
Your fave.
My favorite. So go to skinnymixes.com, use raising code Raising Dylan, Flavor God, and then Amazon.
What's
We have
Flavor God?
So Flavor God is it's a seasoning that you could use,
Oh,
but
right.
they make a bunch of different seasonings. So like one of them that's my favorite, it's butter caramel. So you put it on like Greek yogurt. They have garlic lovers, pepperoni. It's like unlimited flavors, and they're like gluten-free.
Let me just tell the Skinny Syrups this because Dylan had about, 25 different syrups at one time.
Right now I have about 76.
76.
Where do you put them?
We have a whole pantry full of
you have
them.
a pantry
It's
house.
loaded
The one time I was going to pull the drawer out, I could feel it going down, so I had to take some off of it because the little spring things.
He's gonna bust the drawers. You can't even. You can't build something strong enough to handle the inventory that he's ordering from these companies.
We need to get the wall like they do for the wine bottles.
love
And
it.
just
Yes.
have them all like that.
I
How
love
much
it.
kidney syrup's gonna a person consume? You would
More
wonder.
house
But
and
they have
find
no
out.
they have no calories or little
There
bit?
is
Zero
sugar.
calories.
Zero
Zero
calories.
calories, zero sugar, and they just start making new ones with, what is it, stevia?
Stevia. I love stevia.
Yeah. They have like a keto one now that has like ingredients in that are good for you.
Well, I don't know about that. It ain't good for the cupboard, I'll tell you that.
And the third company.
Amazon.
Okay, and tell everyone how that works.
So when you are a social media influencer, Amazon gives you an influencer storefront. So then when we do videos, a lot of people ask us like what we're wearing. A lot of people tell me they like my makeup, my bronzer. We do face masks, stuff like that. So anytime anybody asks, where'd you get that? A lot of the times I get stuff on Amazon. You could go right on Raising Dylan's storefront, and everything that we wear, eat,
So when I see
anything is
Mason's
just
shirt on there,
yeah,
I
you'll
know.
probably see this on there soon. It's Reebok, and Amazon does sell that. So
That's hilarious.
link coming soon.
But all
love
of these sponsorships and all these partnerships and the website with the merchandise, Dylan did all of that. I just let him have free reign, and he has done such a good job with that stuff. When companies call us because they want to work with us, Dylan talks to them. He handles that whole thing, and I am just so proud
But
of him.
speaking of merch,
you.
how's the merch going?
Tell us the merch story about how.
Well, okay,
So
okay.
sales right now,
You have one account. He has another account.
sales right now are good now that I got the prices to where they should be at.
Tell them
Our
the story.
first week we lost about $500 because I didn't price stuff correctly. So somebody was ordering something for $17. It was costing us like $21 to send it. And
Dylan was learning business real quick.
So tell
But
us
tell
about
them
your
what
account.
happened.
What account?
You thought you were making money at first.
Well, I was noticing the debits coming there, the charges coming off of my credit card. He linked my personal credit card to this thing, so when people would buy something, I was getting charged for their purchases, but when they were paying for it, it was getting deposited to his personal account. And Dylan doesn't care how the money got there. He just looks in the account, says there's money in there, I'm going to the store.
I saw a little plus sign with green, and
And
I
he
said,
would go and
"Ooh."
be buying in all of this merchandise and the suits and the jackets and all of the sporting goods and the handbags. They're all coming in the house. I said, Dylan, where are you getting all of this money? And he says, I don't have a lot of money in my account. And then the one day I looked at my account and I'm missing hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And I said, Dylan, that money's getting deposited somewhere. And he said, well, I don't know where. And I said, well, it's because you have all of this money in your account. So that was his first.
So we have a joint
Lesson.
account, and then we have two separate accounts. So all the money was going into my personal account. I just wasn't letting them know.
So you
So
had
Dave
like
was paying
1,000
and
come
Dylan
in
was
and he
buying.
was spending 1,500.
Yes.
So you lost 500.
So he lost
Oh, my
500, didn't know where it was.
I didn't lose 500.
found it.
I lost the whole amount, 1,500, because you got the other 1,000.
I
This
did.
this is mathematics, Dylan. I don't know what they taught you in the school, but when I went to the school, you learned arithmetic.
And they had these things called calculators.
Yeah.
When you went
Those
Not almighty,
machines.
Dylan.
I just know how to do a discount.
Well, well, we learn now, but he's learning. This was business. This was Dylan's baptism into the business world. He learned that money has to come in order for money to go out, and there's charges.
Did I
and
learn
there's-
that, though?
Yeah, well, I don't even know if you did, but he has the website all straightened out now with the prices of things. And that's how he's ending up with all of the Team Dylan baloney going on. So we have to.
Tell us that story.
I'll tell you. It's because
hear that.
you weren't here to hear the story. So we have some shirts have different sayings on the back. It has our logo on the front, and there's shirts that say Team Dylan. But there's also shirts that say Team Dave.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the sales, and it's Team Dylan, Team Dylan, Team Dylan. They're going out the window. And I'm thinking, oh my God, he's selling right out of inventory. But I'm looking, where's the Team Daves? Well, there's no Team Dave shirts. And I was kind of feeling kind of away.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, where's the love for Dave? Why is everybody buying Team Dylan? Because they say nice things about me online, but there's no Team Dave shirts. I even did a video with a tutorial to show my people how to go into the website and
My
order the thing.
people?
Well, you know, the people that have a little more maturity. Now, go ahead, laugh,
I
Dylan, but I'm
will.
going to tell them what you did,
All
because I'm
right.
exposing you right here. I'm spilling the tea.
We'll get to the point.
So anyway, I
He
go on the
learned spilling
website, and
the tea.
I went on the website, and I said, let's go figure out what's going on. So what happens is when you go on the website, you could see this Team Dylan shirt, but the Team Dave shirt, you have to read all the way down in the fine print to find out that it said Team Dave, because he didn't
You
want them
buried
buying
them.
a Team
You
Dave.
buried them.
So nobody, he buried it.
So I had the backs of all the shirts that said what's on the back, and I had the Team Dave shirt, just the front of the shirt with the logo.
you didn't see
So you
the
didn't
Team
know it
Dave.
said said Team Dave. You had to click on it to see that the back
And I said,
Team
that's
Dave.
enough of the baloney. We're going to switch this around. And then he did switch it around. And then my people said, oh, we could find Team Dave now. Now the sales are getting a little bit more even, aren't they?
Still ahead of you.
Well, you're still ahead, and I agree.
You're sabotaging
Team
the
Deborah,
sales.
Team Janine.
He was sabotaging the sales. There was a conspiracy going on between him and a website person and everybody else because I wasn't paying attention. Now I
Well,
learned.
you should
I gotta
pay attention,
I gotta
honey.
pay attention.
You
with
do.
Dylan.
That was funny.
So he had a lot of sales, but they were Team Dylan's.
Well, speaking of sales, we got to take a break and thank our sponsors for having the show. They support our show here, the girls on SSP TV.
And thanks, Miss Floral.
Yeah, thank you. And stay tuned because we do have some announcements to make when we come back.
Huge announcement.
Stay with us.
Welcome back to the girls. If you're just joining us, you're missing all the fun because we have Dylan and Dave Bogansky with us from Raising Dylan.
Hi, honeys.
Hi, babe.
You've been married now for a year.
We have
Over a year. You celebrated your first
we
anniversary.
just celebrated our first year of marriage. Yes,
We
did.
celebrated our first day of meeting.
We celebrated our first day of marriage.
No,
On
we
November
haven't.
5th, we did.
Oh yes. Okay.
Okay, now you're.
I mixed up with my months.
That's okay, babe. I'm sure it's something you don't want to remember.
No.
Aw.
No.
Well, we had a little something to do with how you met.
You do.
You still have. There is a story.
I think you told us in the last episode.
You
didn't
did, but I
You
just
did.
want to remind everybody that we're like your godmothers.
These are.
Yeah, you kind of
They're
are. When I
godmothers.
first met Dylan and we started talking, I Googled his name and found that first girls interview, and that's when I really truly fell in love with him.
You're
That
welcome.
interview. But that first year of marriage, I don't want to speak for Dylan. It was
for me, honey.
it was definitely interesting. It was
Was
it was a whirlwind.
Well, we
And,
feel like we've been married to you because we watch
Everybody's
this,
been
watch
watching.
on TikTok, everything that
well,
you
the
do.
TikTok is a daily digital diary of our life. Everybody gets to peek in the windows for a minute.
Talk about that because now you got a little taste of the spotlight, and it could be good, the bad, and the ugly. So you look at these celebrities and, you know, they're trying to date. Like you look at even Taylor Swift and trying to go on a date. So how is it for you as a married couple? Is there any pressure there to always, you know, be getting along, or do you, you know,
No, not pressure at all. It's crazy though. Like anywhere we go now, we get recognized. People want selfies. People want to talk to us, hang out with us. I live for it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
I don't, you know, it's odd for me because I lived a very private life before Dylan. I really
married Dylan.
relatively did. Dylan eats that stuff up, and I'm happy
just
to.
really like-
And listen, if this makes Dylan happy, I will do anything I have to do to keep him happy because he's the love of my life.
We get a lot of people that say like somebody messaged me the other day. She sent us a $25 gift card for Starbucks. So she sent me like a private message and she said she's battling stage 4 cancer and she gets joy from watching our videos. So just knowing that there are people out there getting positive things from our TikTok, that makes me post. Like I do it for that.
There's so much negativity
Yeah.
on TV and in the world and what's going around in the world today, violence and death and all this, that it's nice to.
They're spreading love.
You want to, at the end of the day, I want to watch something that's going to make me feel good, make me feel happy. Right, positive
Absolutely.
vibes only.
We got a
Positive-
message from somebody too. Her daughter was gay, and her grandmother was in her 90s, and her daughter had come out to the grandmother, and she didn't understand it. So she said to her, "I want to show you a TikTok." And it was one of ours that had hit 1 million. David surprised me with flowers, and then he surprised me again on the second day. And she said that her grandmother then understood it from watching that video. So that made such a big deal to me.
Listen, in this year of marriage, I learned that love is love, and people are very accepting of anybody who's in love. We show daily the same things every other married couple goes through, whether they are straight, gay, whatever it is. And I'm not afraid to express my love for Dylan, and I'm doing it in front of a million people sometimes. And this has so dramatically changed my life and enriched my life. And baby, I don't know what I would do without you now. Meeting you has just been the most incredible experience of my entire life.
Don't cry.
I'm not going to cry. Sometimes I do get
I
choked
know.
up, and I do it on video
Isn't
sometimes.
that great? I mean, we should celebrate love more than anything. If
And I
people
love
are
the
in
comments. I
Yeah.
love the comments when I'm watching the TikTok, and it'll be, you know, you should teach all men how to treat their wives.
He gets that a lot.
Because It's just the impulse things that you do. It doesn't have to be.
Living with you is
an
literally like a
birthday or
fairy tale.
anything. Just like
Oh, Dylan, don't get cute. You're gonna make me blushing on the television. But I just, you know, if I can express my love for Dylan in front of the world, and that helps people feel better. If sometimes I can say something that's funny, if they get a kick out of something that we're doing,
Like
and that
dungarees?
makes them,
Dungarees.
and that makes them feel better, then this is all worth it.
Yeah.
Being out in the public eye is all worth it if there is that much positivity, and we have so many positive.
well, you've broken down barriers. You've broken down so
I
many
hope that
things,
we
and
have.
you've educated people as
And I
to
think I've
what's
crushed the
going on.
stereotypical image of a gay man. I think that's been crushed by watching.
We have a
our
lot
videos.
of straight men that actually say to us, like, I didn't really approve of gay people, and then I saw your TikTok and it totally changed my mindset because I realized you are normal people. And that's what we are. We're just normal guys.
And I don't mind cherishing Dylan in front of everybody.
Don't ya?
Opening doors and buying some
He
flowers. They're just
literally
simple
yells at
things.
me if I go to reach for the car handle.
Because I don't want him to have
So
to
I'll
do
close the
that.
door, he will reopen it and close it, so then I'll open it again just to irritate him.
But I mean, it's just this. Our marriage isn't a gay marriage. It's just a good.
marriage.
It's a good,
Good
marriage.
marriage.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's a marriage. People think that we're father and son sometimes. People think,
You're his uncle,
Well,
maybe.
you think they're raising Dylan, did it?
they think raising Dylan, he's either my father or my husband, and I guess they see us making out in a video and they're like, wait a minute.
Well, we do have some other things to talk about. An announcement that we want to
A
make, right?
huge announcement.
Huge.
So we're excited to
Hype.
announce.
Finally.
We're excited to announce that you will be in the spotlight more
We sure will.
because Samson Productions is now going to produce a half-hour show, the Dylan and Dave show, Raising Dylan.
Here we are.
And
Here we are,
you will
guys.
be able to watch that, a half-hour show. It will be just the same as you've been doing, only a long episode.
What did you say we were?
Well, it kind of is the modern day I Love Lucy meets Seinfeld. Oh. That's really what it is. It's the love story and the humor of I Love Lucy, and it's a show about nothing like Seinfeld.
Now, are
because
we going
it's
to be
just
able
whatever our
to
day is.
contain Dylan's head?
I don't know.
Well, that may be difficult, but Dylan had a very large head coming in, so it can
Yes.
only swell so big.
Yeah.
But no, go ahead, laugh, Dylan. But you know it. No,
Hard
go
time getting
ahead.
that turtleneck on.
I know, I did.
But it's what is so nice is that everybody saw 2, 3, 4 minute clips of our life before. Now they're going to get to see it for half an hour. It's unscripted. You guys, Samsung Productions has really let us go to be ourselves, and that was what was most important to us. If you guys want to film our life and put a show together about it, and it's going to change the world or change some attitudes or help people or enrich people's lives or make them laugh, we're all there
Go
for it.
ahead, laugh.
That's
laugh,
what
David.
it is. We want them to go ahead and laugh.
It's the authenticity. I know when people see my mom and I out, they just like, some of the shows were like, we always critique our own shows. We're like, I don't know if I felt that one or whatever. And then that's the one people love.
Right?
Like
Yeah.
when we're like,
We
you know,
don't
picking on each
script
other.
anything.
Or
It happens in our
she's making
videos.
fun of me for something or whatever.
We film a video that we think there's nothing. I even say to Dylan, "There's nothing there," and he said, "Oh, we're putting it out. That's what we did today," and they love it. You
Yeah.
get 500,000 views.
Like on the weekends, I'll just tape him making breakfast, like just to throw up on a Sunday because we post every day, and those videos will do like 96,000. And I'm
That's
like,
funny.
there's literally nothing here.
Well, it's interesting because now they're a part of your life, and
They
that's
are.
they'll now that people see you out, they'll ask about my kids or my husband or
Because they think
your grandkids.
they
They're-
are your friends.
Yeah, they're your
They're
extended
part of
family.
your family.
But this is a great opportunity for us to give people a half hour of our life instead of a
is.
minute or 2 or 3. And I'll tell you what's going to happen. I don't want to get your big head.
Okay.
The world's going to fall in love with Dylan like I fell in love with him. Because what is not to
You're
love?
sweet.
It's the whole world is going to get to see what I see.
All I know is Dylan's going to need another home just for his closet.
Yes.
So I
Now
hope
that
you're
I
ready.
found out I could write clothes off,
Don't get involved with the IRS rules. You don't even
I
know what
found
you're
the
saying.
paper sheet.
No. Don't. Just be careful with watch what you're doing there.
all right, allegedly.
But we're hoping that this gives us an opportunity to really show people a little bit more about what we're all about because so far they like the 2 or 3 minutes a day. So I know they're going to love the half hour.
Beginning of this, you were
Oh,
late.
it was a sitcom show.
It's just
walking
you
saw
in
it.
the door.
The camera.
You
Late.
saw our life is every day.
Dylan spills something on himself. 3 shirts later, I'm running up to Mason's room, find
Thanks,
something with
Mason.
the tag on.
We're running to the TJ Maxx. You're trying. Who got a Tide stick? Hurry up, get him changed. Watch his hair. He's running all over. This is our life.
I was literally parked on the sidewalk in Boscov's right at the door with my four-ways
We're like,
on.
we're gonna be late. And then your shirt that's dirty is now in the washer,
Into
in
the
my
washer,
washer.
right?
You can't make
the
this
way it
stuff up.
goes.
You
I
can't.
wanna
And I
wear that. It was a
appreciate
very
that
nice
because
photo.
I don't let them touch the laundry
No.
equipment at our house. So I appreciate that because I would have had a washer when I got home.
I'm not allowed to touch those machines. It's
That's a little
heavy-duty
complicated.
equipment.
That's a complicated piece of equipment.
My
for me.
medication
license.
says on the thing, do not operate heavy machinery.
I'm trying to figure out what the qualifications are, and so far I figured them out.
What?
You could underprice shirts, you could spill coffee, you could run late, you could put makeup on for 2-3 hours. You have a lot of qualifications.
I know. Thank you, honey.
I'm going to tell you this.
What?
I love you more today than I ever imagined I would love you on the day I married you, and that's no bullshit, Dylan.
I love you.
Get ready for a good ride because we're going to have a blast. We just want to have fun.
Belly
We're
laugh.
ready.
Tune in, guys, and I guarantee you're going to go ahead and laugh because it's a riot. You never know what he's going to pull.
No bullshit. Go ahead, laugh.
And make sure you look for all their new merch.
Yeah.
www.raisingdylan.com.
See you next
go.
time on The Girls.
Bye.
See you guys.
Hi, my name is Dylan Bogansky. I'm 37 and I am a pharmaceutical appeals analyst.
Hi, I'm Dave Bogansky. I'm 58 years old. I work in criminal defense at a law firm locally here in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. It's a first-year anniversary, and I'm a traditionalist. And what is the first year? What did I tell you? And I wasn't kidding.
Paper. Is that my gift right there on the table? The paper.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly right.
And then we got married. It was six
weeks.
weeks later. I dropped ice on the floor.
Thanks.
I'm just gonna kick it under.
Dylan! Look at them spices on the third rack. You can't even reach them.
So somebody suggested I make a TikTok. I knew nothing about TikTok, so I said, okay. Went viral. And our TikTok channel literally blew up. Literally overnight.
And it is kind of like a digital diary of our
Which
lives.
is nice.
He's very happy that his hair came out. What do you just call it? Oh, no, wait, pointed hair? What is
On point.
On point. That's what I can never remember.
They just showed up on my page the one day and I was enjoying the humor and everything. Now all of our hair appointments are us sitting on TikTok watching Raising Dylan.
I don't like to call people fans. They're our family. All right, I have balls going everywhere, honey. Let's go.
We are able to change people's hearts and minds about this whole thing, one person at a time, when they see us interact and they see how we live. And they say, how could anything be wrong with that kind of love?
That's no filter. Look how good I look. I'm at least an 8.5. You put a filter on that, it's a 10.
Every one of your Tinder pictures was filtered out the ass. When I met you, I thought I was supposed to meet your brother. He said, that's me. I said, ain't the guy that I saw on Tinder. No, go ahead, laugh. That's a lot of bullshit.
You trust me holding the hammer? I'm gonna go say hi.
Dylan, just get in the car. Get the hell away from me. I'm in my skivvies in here.
Goodbye.